In this episode, we will be using double-sided cardstock or single-sided cardstock to make inserts for our square and rectangular vellum envelopes. I will also be adding some embellishments to some of the flaps. Welcome back, beautiful beings. In this video, we're going to be playing with double-sided cardstock or single-sided cardstock. You can use either or. And we're going to be playing with the Paper Studio vellum envelopes. Okay. And these are the measurements. We got 4 basically by 5 and 8 by 3. Okay. And you guessed it, I got them on clearance at Hobby Lobby. But first, before I start this video, I want to show you how to make demos for your envelopes. These ones are for the 4x5s, this demo. In this demo I made it in a different video. So I'm going to show you that video real quick. Okay. So this is a demo for the 8x3 vellum envelopes. Okay. And I'm just going to show you a quick video on how I got this demo made. Okay, beautiful beings, I'm going to show you how to do a demo for the big ones. I'm going to take this, see the edge here? I'm going to go past the edge, just about this much. Put this over. I'm going to draw a line. And that's not moved down, so I'm going to move this down. Everything is straight and even. I'm going to draw a line there. Okay. And then I'm going to cut it out with a cutter so I know it's nice and straight. Okay. And I'm going to cut it just inside the line. And the demo paper I'm using is a piece of construction paper. And because of the shape of the envelope, you'll notice that your line isn't straight. That's why I'm using a cutter. And hopefully, it's good at the top. It is perfect. And if your demo doesn't fit in the envelope, just keep cutting a little bit off until it fits, beautiful beings. All right, now that we got a demo. Okay, beautiful beings, let's get started. I'm going to take my demo. Okay, I'm going to cut one out for you on our cardstock paper. And then I'm going to do a whole bunch of them off camera because I'm mass producing these. And I'm just using a colored pencil. Right here I'm checking to make sure it matches the color so it blends in nicely with the pattern. You can use a pencil. I'm just using colored pencils because I never use them. So I figured this would be a great time to use them. So I'm going to line this up right against the edge and the bottom. Make sure everything is straight here. And this isn't really straight. So I'm going to pull that up a little bit like that. Then I'm going to trace it. Okay. Then when I cut it, I'm going to cut it right inside the line. And it's moved on me, so make sure you're aware of that. I'm just using a flimsy piece of construction paper, so you might want to get a piece of cardboard that's thick but not too thick. That way it doesn't move on you when you're drawing the lines. Just putting that out there, beautiful beings. And let's see how it turns out, beautiful beings. And you'll notice when you trace your vellum envelope that the line won't be straight because of the shape of the envelope. So just cut it right inside the lines and it will fit perfectly, beautiful beings. So I got it right on the inside of the line. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to flip it and get right on the inside of this line. Cut it to there. There. Perfect. And we're going to see if it fits, beautiful beings. This one's double-sided cardstock. You don't have to use double-sided cardstock. And it's easier to tap it. Perfect, beautiful beings. Perfect. Okay, beautiful beings. I have this stamping press. I got it at Walmart for $5 back in October of last year. So I'm going to try it out. I haven't tried it at all. I also have some Dollar Tree stamps. Okay. I'm going to be using 13-piece from Crafter's Square. I'm going to be using the vase for now. And I have some Easter cardstock, one of our inserts. And I already inked this up on this side, but I do want to add more colors to it because I want it to show through the vase. So I'm just going to put some colors here and there down here so they show through the vase. And I'm just going by the colors of the eggs. Okay, so I need yellow, and I'm using multiple different inks, as you can see. Here, let's move this up. I'm going to put the vase right at the bottom, so I'm just going to get some colors in there. Again, for the vase. And we'll see how this sucker works. Alright. I have this. These are up, okay? I'm just going to line this up with the paper. I want it right in the middle, right there. So I'm going to put my magnets on. It comes with 2 magnets. Then I'm going to be using Rusty Hinge. I tried using this, but it didn't show up very good. So I'm using Distress Oxide instead of the Dewdrop. And I might have to do this multiple times. That's what this is for, so you can stamp it until it's dark as you want. So let's see, beautiful beings. I'm going to line it up into the pegs. And I'm going to push down. Again, these are facing down, okay? See, you can't see it. But these are facing down. I thought it went this way because that would make more sense, but I guess it goes this way. So I'm going to stamp it up again. I'm going to try to put some dewdrop in there also because I like that coffee color, but it doesn't seem to want to show up. I'm going to stamp it down, and then I'm going to add some more corduroy to it so it gets darker and darker. Alright, that's better. It's good enough. Flowers are going to be a little tricky because the stem is too long, as you can see. So I'm just going to have to ink up just part of the stem because if I don't, you'll be able to see it through the vase, and you don't want to see it through the vase. And I'm going to fast forward through this, beautiful beings, because it took me over 20 minutes to do all this. And of course I have a lot of other things I want to show you. So if you want to see a more detail of the stamping press or the Dollar Tree stamps, put it in the comments and I'll do a video just on that. Okay, beautiful beings? It's kind of sloppy, but it's still cute in its own way. Okay. Alright, that was the first time I used that stamp. Again, it's from Dollar Tree. Okay. It's this one. Alright, let's move on. Okay, beautiful beings, let's see how it looks inside of this. A vellum. Rectangular shape. That's why I used bright colors, because I wanted it to show through. Make sure the eggs are going the right way on that side. And it doesn't look so sloppy through there, through the vellum. So I think it turned out very nice. I like it. Okay. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to put on the flap. Okay, beautiful beings. I got these stickers from Temu. You get 50 pieces, Easter, $1.78 I paid for them. And the only ones that will fit on here, on our flap, is these two. I don't really have any purple. That's kind of like a bluish purple right there. So I think I'm going to go with this one. I just laid them out so you can see them. Okay. While I'm doing this. So I'm going to take the back off the sticker. And I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter glue to the sticker. I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. Try to anyway. And this is of course I'm gonna have to put it sideways like that. Okay, beautiful beings, I got my glitter glue. I got a piece of tissue paper. I'm going to add glue to the flap, go all the way around it, especially the edges and in the middle, and then I'm going to push it around with my finger. And then I'm going to take a piece of tissue paper and stick it on there. But I want it right on the flap, right on the line. So I'm going to push it down. And we're going to see how that looks. Because I wanted something on the back. I even thought about, a double-sided cardstock would look better. I was originally thinking of putting this there, but then on the other side you see the white. You can always use distress ink or any ink. Put that there. Now I'm going to cut around it. Alright, so when I flip it up, there's something there. Okay? Yes, Kit Kat, I hear you. Okay? So now when you flip it up, you have something there besides nothing. Okay? And I think it looks cute. Okay? Okay, beautiful beings, I'm mass making these so I have them ready for my journals, okay? So when I make a journal, I can just grab one, okay? This one has these gears, okay? And I have these little wooden gears, okay? I'm going to zoom you in. And I have this Color Vive Gel-Like Shine from Dollar Tree. And all I'm doing is putting it on these. And I'm keeping this color. I'm not going to paint them a different color because they match the gears on the paper. Okay? So I just put a coat of this on them. Then when I'm done, I'll probably go in between the gears on the sides. Okay? But that will just give them a little shine so they don't look so plain. Because they match these gears perfectly. Just keeping them the way they are. Okay. Okay, beautiful beings. I have the cardstock that matches this. The insert we have in here. I'm going to take my puncher. I put my puncher in here. Okay, I went to about there, and then I took one of my colored pencils. See in there, there's a line. I drew a line, so I knew where to punch it. Okay. But I'm trying to figure out, because it keeps coming out upside down. So if I punch that like that, I think it'll fit. I don't know. Alright, so let's do that. Let's punch that out. I'm going to hold it and turn it over so it punches nicely through it. And it kind of did, kind of didn't. This puncher, I'm telling you, I think it needs sharpened. I gotta figure out how to sharpen it. Come on out. And of course, when you flip it up or down, on one side the writing's upside down, and one side it's not upside down. This one's not, but at this point I don't care. Because I just want to get this one done so I can move on to the other ones. It'll be fine. Okay. And I'm going to use AlexGuz for these because they're wood. And oh, and when I did these, when I put the color vibe on these, when they're wet, keep moving them, because if you don't, you'll get a bunch of film stuck to them, okay, on the back where it drips down. So just keep moving them and it'll be fine, okay. And I only applied the glue where the circle was. I'm gonna make sure I put my lid on, because I didn't put it on my glitter glue, of course, and it got clogged. And then I'm just gonna put that right there. Flip this one over and put the gear inside of that gear like that. And this one is finally done. Okay, beautiful things. There's two things I want to show you. This is ripping just a tiny bit. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just going to take some glitter glue and put a tiny bit in there. And this will work if your cardstock isn't too wide. Okay, see, mine's not too wide. I got plenty of room over here and plenty of room over there. And that usually dries really fast. Okay, then I wanted to show you the other thing. See, that's pretty much dry already. But I want to show you this. I don't like this all the way up. I think it's too hard to grab the card and too hard to put stuff in it. So I'm going to show you what I did. I just took these scissors and you don't have to do this. I'm just doing this to mine. Okay? And I'm going to cut them like that. And voila! I have less problems getting my cardstock in, and it goes in nice and smoothly. Okay. But for this one, I wanted to show you. I'm going to, for this side, or is it this side? We're going to have, all right, let's put this in. I'm going to have this going in, facing the other side. So when they flip this up, I want this side to show. I'm going to glue that in here. And I am going to ink up just the bottom because it's going to fit like this. So I'm just going to put a little ink on there, just using plum because it matches. Okay, our chai plum. And I'm going to turn this way. And I'm going to put just a little bit of the glitter glue on the inside of the fold. Right along the fold. And then around like this on the edges so it sticks down nicely. Okay. Then I'm just going to do that. I'm going to take this and put it right up to the edge. Like that. And make sure it folds nicely. It does. Just like that. Okay. So I'm going to cut it off for you because it's pretty much dry. And then I forgot to tell you to ink up the top also. Okay. Right at the top right here. So it looks like that. I inked that up also. I forgot to do that on camera. Okay. And then, of course, you can take your ink again. And just try to get it on the cardstock only. Like that. Okay, and then when this flips up, and I have 2 embellishments that I'm just going to glue down on the inside of the flap. I just make sure I got enough glue on the edges. Okay, so that's what this one looks like. And then you flip it up, and voila. Okay, and this one is completely done. Okay, beautiful beings, I'm going to finish all the 8x3 vellum envelopes off camera, and then we're going to go to our 4x7 vellum envelopes. Okay, beautiful beings, this is a demo for the 4x5 vellum envelopes. Okay, this is the paper that goes inside. Okay, I'll show you this one. I glued that one in there on accident. You don't have to glue these ones in. On the ones I did with the tissue paper, you have to glue them. Because the tissue paper will, you know, like how I'm tucking this in, if you want to put something else in here, the tissue paper would gather up. Okay, so you had to glue them. But this one, I'm leaving just the way it is. But this is a demo for this, okay? That's the demo for these ones. And I'm just going to leave that plain and put it back with its cardstock book. So when I do a journal, I can go by that, what I want to do on the back with stamps, just inking it up or whatever. And then here's the front. Okay, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, so I'm just going to stick that in there. But that's where we get this from, that you trace also, okay? So you just trace your envelope, flap, and then cut it out. And then you can decide if you want it skinny, okay? And you want to put it up there. I got different varieties here. Or you can put it across here, you can cut it down, or if you would just want it to stay nice and wide like this, okay? This one is one I traced, the regular one. Only thing I did was circle the edges of each one, and this is the other side of that. But what I want to show you, to get it even, I'm going to line these up just like this. And they might go in a little bit, but that's okay. And I'm going to just cut it like that. And then we're going to glue it down after. Because I did, with these, all of these ones, I went around them with the pencils instead of the ink, okay? I've had the pencils forever. I might as well use them up. Might as well start using them somehow. There we go. And I just did around that with that. Okay? Simple. Just take your pencil, your colored pencil, and go around them. And it adds just like the ink. Adds a color. So if you don't have ink, and you do have colored pencils, this is a great idea for you. I'm just adding a little bit more ink. There. Okay. Now, I'm going to glue that right there. Okay. And you can even, like, just glue the top too. You don't have to glue the bottom. I'll show you. Because you can use the big ones for a tuck. You can tuck something small up in there. Okay. So I'm going to take my glue, which is probably getting dried out because I lost the lid, so I have to go get another one from, yes it is, upstairs from a different bottle. Just take a needle, stick it in there, and that usually does the trick. Whoop. Got a little bit too much now. And then just take this and line it up right before the fold, like that, and then adjust it so it's in the middle, over a little bit, move it up a little bit. Just get it where you want it, beautiful things. This side's up now. Leave off excess glue. And then you can use it for a little tuck. I got these cards, I'll show you. It's too big, but just so you get the idea, you can tuck something in there. Okay, if you wanted to. Kinsley bent that one all up. Alright. So I'm going to give you a close-up of these and the papers. Oh, I want to show you this too. This one. I don't think I went around this one with ink at all. I didn't. And you can leave it uninked. Okay. This one's double-sided. I'll show it to you. Okay. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this one. That's why I didn't do nothing with it. I didn't go around it with the colored pencils. I'll do that when I decide to use it. But again, this is a thin one. And you can put the thin ones up here. Or you can put them, well, it's going to go this way because of the other side. Or you can glue them in the middle and use it for a belly band. And tuck little things in there, or just glue it down and have it look like that. You can do all kinds of things with these. Okay, beautiful things. So I'm going to give you a close-up of these. Then I'll give you a close-up of the 8x3s. I decorated them. And you can also add a bee up here, which I plan on doing. I just got to get the video over with, beautiful beings, because I've been working on this for 3 days. And this one, I didn't even cut them off. I think it looks cute like that. I just glued it there and there. And you can put a flower in the middle. You can put whatever embellishment you want. Okay? You do all kinds of different ideas. But I think that they're all very, very cute. And I liked how they turned out. And then there's unicorns inside. And then this one, these are all double-sided. It's got mirrors. Let me show you the other sides. The other sides are basically, well, this one's got polka dots. The one with the unicorn. I forgot to show you the other side, but basically showing you this is showing you the other side. And this one with the donuts. And all the sprinkles. Okay. So there's all those ones. So let's move them over to make way for the bigger ones. I went all out on these except for two. I didn't know what I couldn't find a sticker I wanted for them. This one's retro. Okay. So we got the old cassette tape player and radios. And then there's flowers on this side. And you get a better view when I flip it up because I put flowers on the inside of the flap. Okay. So these are all a lot basically the same. All right, this one. And there's that side. And here's a key I glued on there. A little string. I thought it looked cute. And then you flip it up and there's the other side. Again, double-sided cardstock. Okay, you can do lots of things with these beautiful things. And this one is B1. Okay. For B journal, of course. And I just took a sticker and put it behind it, and I put that down and then put that right there so I could get that from coming behind. This is natural. And that's a Dollar Tree sticker. And those two are just random from different things. And then you flip it up and you got an imprint of the other side on there. Okay. Then this one, this is going to go into like a way south. Asia, China, all those countries, beautiful beings. And then I got the food and the chopsticks. And I just inked it up with ink on the inside. And then you can do this one also with just your puncher. Okay. Or you can do this look. Okay, so whatever look you like, beautiful bands. Okay. It's all up to you. Then this one, it's like marble. And I just put a clock on that one. And I ink that up because it's going to stick off the edge. I'll show you the marble. Because there's nothing on that side, that's just marble paper. Okay. And here our gear one. See how they shine just a little bit? Just enough. And then the paper. I think this one got, no, there's one that got glued in accidentally. There's gears. So one of them, I don't remember which one, is glued in permanently. And then there's a close up to that side. And then this one, the blue, I put the butterflies. And you can't really, they just look like butterflies, so I didn't put nothing on that. So I wanted to point out you can leave it plain too if it doesn't interfere with the other side looking all funky or color or something. And this paper for the inside, because you can't see it because I didn't put it on the other side. But make sure you don't cut these too thick because that will rip these when you're putting them in, or you might just have a hard time putting them in if they're all the way up. Okay, that's why I like this look with them cut down. Here, this is Tim Holtz paper. I didn't know if this one was the one that was glued in or not. Just put it in there. Okay, and I left it plain because you don't have to put like this. It don't look too bad. I might put something on it later, but that's it. Upside down. But I like that. And I like it clear. I really don't want to put anything on it. I like it just the way it is. Okay. So it does. If it doesn't cause too much of an eyesore, you can just leave it like I left that one. And then this one, twinkle, happy thoughts, moonbeams, dancing. Okay. Dreams. And I just put the twinkle there. And this was a sticker, and I did have to cut the bottom off because it was too tall. It would have cut off the wick. Up, and I put that on the inside. Okay. And then I have one I just stuck a bird on. I thought the green bird went with it, but he kind of blends in. I mean, he really doesn't, but he does. But oh, yeah. Is this? Yeah, this is the one. No, it's not. I put one on the wrong side. I might have already did it. I meant to put the one cardstock color on that one side, and it just didn't work out. I glued it down on the wrong side. I might have already showed it to you, but yeah, this one's only just got a bird, but this one's right. Oh, and these ones I want to show you. Yeah, here it is. This is the one I wanted this on this side. I glued it on. It's rain and then flowers. Because May showers bring, what is it? April showers bring May flowers. But now it seems to be May showers bring June flowers. I don't know. But yeah, that one's the one that's wrong. And then I left these ones because I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm just going to throw them in with their book, and then when I come to it, these will already be in it, and then I can figure out what embellishments that might be in the book, or prints that I can make embellishments out of can go with it. Okay, this one's just music. Of course, I'm going to put a music note on it, but I have no idea what else. Okay, and I can stamp this one up also. Okay, and then I got 3 more and we're done, beautiful beings. This one is for Alice in Wonderland. Okay, and I have these little cards. They're really tiny. They're like almost like for shakers, and I can't find them. And I just put a strip across there to hide the back of those, but I wanted one right there. So I just put a letter in a teacup until I find them. I've been organizing and organizing, and I just can't find them, beautiful beings. It's like, yeah, all this organization, I can't find my little shaker playing cards. I don't know. I don't know, beautiful beings. And then the adventure one, I already showed it to you. And last but not least, oh, I showed you this one too, but that does look nice in there. Even though I did screw the first one up because I tried to stamp it again. Didn't quite work, but I think it looks nice. And I just put flowers there. And then, yeah, this is the one I showed you with the tissue paper. I just glued tissue paper there because I couldn't find anything to go with the eggs. Cardstock wise. And last but not least, this is the rose one. And I just put a rub on there, rose perfume, and put the print on the inside from the other side. I hope you got lots of ideas and you give it a go, and you even crafted with me and pulled out your vellum envelopes. Please consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful everything.